Hey guys, it's Sasha. Guys, I need like an intro song. I want an intro song. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna be giving y'all the best 8th grade tips out there because I remember when I was in 8th grade. I watched like probably 50 of these videos the night before because I was so nervous. And I know a lot of you guys are starting school up soon. So I need to let y'all in on the tips because as a senior in high school, I know how it is for every grade. So 8th grade will be an easy one. Also, if you are in 8th grade watching this, make sure to come back next year because I posted a high school one. And if you're in 7th grade watching this, you're gonna know how to be an 8th grade baddie. Okay, hey guys, so there's like a lot of things I'm gonna go over, but the first thing I'm gonna go over is, so if you're in 8th grade, you have to know friends come and go. I did not believe it when I was in 8th grade. Everybody told me, you know, like, you're not gonna be friends with who you are now. I'm like, these are my besties for life. They weren't. Every single one of them backstabbed me up until this year. Crazy. I did not believe that was gonna happen, but it did. So make sure the people that you're friends with in 8th grade you can trust, because I remember when I was in 8th grade I actually got in a lot of trouble, and reason being, I was bad in 8th grade, guys. I know it's crazy to think that I was like that, but I was. I actually I have a story time for you guys. So basically in 8th grade I did get suspended for, you know, because I was being bad because I got in the wrong clique of friends and I wanted to be cool, I guess. I don't think 8th graders really do those kind of things unless they want to be cool. Like, even if you do it, it's probably hard to wrap your head around, but like, why'd you start in the first place? Especially if you're that young, because no. And I think there's a lot of peer pressure when it comes to friends. So you guys really have to like know who your friends are, what you're doing, stay cautious. Because like I said, friends come and go and they will backstab you. People don't care how you feel most of the time, and if they care how you feel, they're gonna go tell other people about it. So make sure to be aware of that, because I hate to see you guys get just pushed around and stuff like that, because I would not want to see that. I had to change up the camera angle. I feel like you guys were all the way up there and I was right here just like, hey. Yeah, so that's like really it for friends, I guess. Also there's gonna be like a lot of cliques. Like there's gonna be like the band kids, the theater kids, the cool kids, the skater kids, the smart kids, the, you know, list goes on. But you have to remember who you are. Don't forget who you are when it comes to being in cliques and things like that. Don't be in a certain clique because you feel like you have to be. Be with who you think that you truly are. If you're a band kid at heart, go hang with the band kids, because I promise you, you don't want to like feel like you're not yourself the entire years of high school, and people are gonna start noticing that something's off, that your vibe is just not there with them. I promise you that. When I was in 8th grade, I wanted to be a cool kid, and those cool kids carried on to high school. But one thing I didn't do is carry on to be a cool kid during high school, because I didn't know. It's still hard to figure out I still don't know who I am to this day as a senior in high school, because like I feel like a lot of things have happened with me within the past few years. Like I can't really like wrap my head around who I am right now. But if you know who you are, stick with people that you think you know who you are with, if that makes sense. And if you have a really good friend that you've stuck with your entire life, don't drop them to be cool or anything like that, because it just will all end bad at the end of the day. The grass is not always greener on the other side. Corny, but it's true. Okay, next thing I'm gonna go into is grades. Your grades are not as important as they are in high school, but one thing I will say about grades is they're gonna test you for high school. So basically saying like that's preparing you for high school. Like, I know your little 8th grade minds are like, oh well, I don't have to pass, like it doesn't matter, but I promise you you're gonna regret it, because you're not gonna do like barely any work for an entire year and then be like, damn, like you get to high school and you have like 10 times more work to do. You have 10 times more teachers being rude. You have people giving you late work fees or losses of credit or whatever it's called, like percentages taken off. Like, lock in, bro, lock in. I remember when I was in 8th grade, the only reason I tried in middle school was because I had a strict dad, or still have a dad obviously, but I had a very strict dad when it came to grades, since I lived at his house during that time. Because I originally was living at my mom's during 7th grade, but I moved to my dad's during 8th grade. And funny story, my grandma actually worked at the school, so they wanted someone to watch me over, because apparently I was bad. I was really not bad until I went to high school, but like, hey, whatever. Just make sure you're staying on top of stuff. I will say, pay attention in pre-algebra. You don't want to end up like me. I've taken algebra 2 times already. I don't remember how many times it's actually been. I'm just now finishing up algebra as a senior because I didn't pay attention in pre-algebra, so I didn't get the basics of actual algebra, and it's been a mess. It's really been a mess. So yeah, and make sure you're just paying attention in English as well. Your electives don't really matter. Like, I think those are easy classes to pass, but pay attention in English when it comes to like the weird stuff like commas and stuff. Not commas, like abbreviate, whatever those are, because when you're in high school, I want you to know those things, and a lot of times they're not going to reteach those things unless it's like a reteach lesson or whatever it's called, review. So make sure you're on top of that. Okay, next thing is your attitude. Oh my freak, I had the worst attitude in 8th grade. I was an a-hole, okay? I really was an a-hole. So I think that was because my hormones were everywhere, like, you know, like everybody in middle school does that. But just make sure you're nice to everybody. Like, don't let your little attitude change how you are and stuff like that, because you're gonna lose friends pretty quick, bro. Like, once you get into 8th grade, kids are like, think they're all grown and stuff like that, but when you're literally like 13 years old, you're not even really a teenager at that point. Well, if you're 13, but you know what I mean, guys. So make sure you are being nice to everybody. Positivity is key, because that'll carry on to high school. I don't care what people say, whatever you do in middle school will always carry on to high school, unless you're moving districts. Even sometimes in districts, it doesn't work. I live in Arizona where everybody knows everybody, so everybody will talk about you no matter what it is. If you're nice, if you're mean, if you're popular, everybody will talk about everybody. Oh, you know them, blah blah. Like, if you live in Arizona, you know Scottsdale, Phoenix, Gilbert, Chandler. Yeah, so I was living in Scottsdale, and people from Scottsdale knew people who lived in Gilbert, where I live now. And I'm just like, hello? Like how do we all know each other? How are we all connected like that? But it just happens. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys like kind of a little bit of my 8th grade like little stories, or just like a little like snippet. So it's like, I'm not just sitting here like do this. Like, I want you guys to like really like, you guys, what am I saying? I want you guys to really know that I've experienced this too. So in 8th grade, I remember I was trying to find myself. I was like, oh, like I want to wear this style. Oh, I don't want to wear this style. I want my hair like this. Like, I remember I went through multiple phases. I think kind of in 7th grade, I went through like a little visco phase, and then in 8th grade, I went through a baggy phase, and I was fat, and my hair looked bad, and I looked stinky and stuff like that. Bro, I promise you, that's all normal. Always try and look your best. But alright, this sounds so bad, but if you're ugly in 8th grade, you're gonna have a crazy glow up when you get to high school, and you're gonna be able to freaking post about it and talk about it. That's my joy. I swear, every time I look ugly, I'm not mad about it, because it's just another thing I can use for my little glow up series. So I'm just like, you know what, like, if I look bad right now, let me take a picture of myself real quick so I can use that later. Always remember, it's always fun to look back on how you used to dress and stuff like that. Like, oh, I was finding myself, I was finding my style, like all the little things like that. I remember I got this, I wanted to be like my statement. So I underneath of my hair blonde, and I had strips of blonde throughout my hair. It was yellow, it looked terrible. I would wear outfits and they were really dingy looking. I just like dingy clothes at the time. I don't know why. It was really bad. Again, and if the dingy clothes are dingy, they're gonna look like the good kind of dingy. But just make sure you're just go with the flow, bro, because you're gonna find yourself, I promise. And if you're not finding yourself in 8th grade, you will in like freshman or sophomore year, or anytime during high school. But yourself go through the little phases that you go through. Don't be so influenced by everything on social media, like, oh, I need these pants that make my butt look big, or like, I need the new shoes that everybody else has, or I need my hair to be like this, and I need these big lashes. Like, no, like, or whatever. Be your age, because I promise you're gonna miss being that age. as a senior, as somebody that's literally about to be 18, and Alexa, how many days till September 19th?
23 days.
So 23 days, I'm gonna be 18, and again, I still have not found myself. It's sad looking back at 8th grade and stuff like that because those are some of the funnest years of my life. 8th grade and freshman year, I will never, ever, 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 ever forget, because I may have been the most bad kid ever, but I had the most fun and the most risks taken. It was my first parties, first kisses. Not saying that I enjoyed those first kisses, but you know, just like all the crazy and memorable things, like that's kind of like where you, that's kind of like, damn, like I'm about to grow up. Like I'm not a kid anymore. Like I'm not a 6th or 7th grader anymore. Like I'm really growing up. And honestly, it's kind of sad and sentimental to me to think about. Like I literally have gotten so emotional over things because, like, damn, I'm gonna be 18 soon, and it's just like mind-blowing. So make sure you take advantage of every year you have before high school, because those, just ride the wave, bro. I know that sounds corny, but just ride the wave. Ride the wave. Last thing I want to say is it's okay to be scared to go into 8th grade, and it's okay to do all that because living. But just remember, you only live one time, so do what you need to do to have fun. Just don't do anything illegal, please. And if you do, I was not the one that told you to do it. Okay, anyways, enough about me. Let's talk about boys or girls. I don't know how you swing, bro, but I better not catch you on Snapchat sending your little noodles to people. You gotta stop. If you're doing it right now, you gotta stop. I hate to say it, I was a victim of doing that. I did do those kind of things, and do I regret it? 100%, because somebody probably has pictures of me that I don't even know about. And mind you, this was in 8th grade, guys, so like I'm not like that anymore whatsoever. I've grown out of these little things where I wanted male validation and things like that. But honestly, just stay away from it, and you're gonna get leaked at some point, most likely. Or if you're not leaked, your picture's gonna get shown to somebody, and it's gonna be 100%, especially if you're sending it to a dude, bro. And don't send pictures of yourself to like even your girlfriends, like as in friends that are girls, because girls even show other people. Like I've known this to happen to so many people, bro. Like it's not okay, and it can actually get like into legal action. And if people send you things, don't show anybody, because you could literally go to juvie, I'm pretty sure. Or if they don't like it could take some sort of legal action. So please just like be careful with those kind of things. But also for boys and girls, I don't care. Boys and girls cheat on each other. It's pretty normal nowadays, and I hate to say it, but it is. But don't cheat on people. Like, it's terrible to do. Like, you know what? I've cheated on somebody. I've been cheated on in the past. Like, I've been the girl best friend. I've been with somebody that had a girl best friend. Like, I've been through every situation, and every situation is terrible, no matter if you did them wrong or they did you wrong. It's always just as hurtful. Also, it adds so much extra stress into your life that literally is not needed at all. So if you just get into a relationship, if you actually want to be in a relationship, but also you're in 8th grade, so if you're in a relationship, make sure you're not held down in the relationship, you're not married, and make sure nobody's giving you promise rings in 8th grade, because leave that for somebody that you really, really want, because it's going to be 10 times more special. Promise you. Okay, I'm gonna do like a little section on makeup, because I know when I went to 8th grade, like I wanted to know, like, what do people wear for makeup in 8th grade? So it's a little bit different now because everybody acts like so much older now. But what I will say, stick to like pretty clean makeup, because your hormones are crazy in 8th grade. So therefore your face is gonna break out, and it's gonna lead into high school. Take it from me. Take it from me, to somebody that's been struggling with acne since literally 5th grade. I know, 5th grade. It's just been terrible, because I've worn so much makeup my entire life to the point where it just never got better. And the thing about makeup is, once you start wearing it, you don't go back very easily. If you're gonna wear makeup, I recommend just maybe like some lash clusters. You do not need to go to the actual place to get lash extensions, because you can literally get lashes or put on your own for way less, probably $6 at most, excluding the glue. And you can reapply them as much as you want. I say concealer, and maybe like a little lip liner and some lip gloss. Don't go overboard, bro. That's all you need. If you really want to do your eyebrows, then do your eyebrows. But don't wear foundation, contour, blush. Like, stay away from those things until you're a little bit older. And not saying you guys don't look good, but like, people will talk. And if you don't like being talked about, then you probably want to stay away from it. But if you don't mind it, then hey, we're chilling. Okay, next thing. This is like a really big thing. Do not snitch on people. I don't care what they're doing unless like something actually is bad going on. If you see some kids vaping, don't be that kid like, oh, they're doing this, oh my god, like she did this, like, or like you're having drama with somebody on social media that most likely you're like interacting with, like you're saying things back to them. Don't go to the principal like, oh my god, she did this. Like, bro, handle your own problems, please. Like, unless somebody's generally bullying you, or they're actually bullying somebody else, not going back and forth with somebody else, generally bullying somebody else, or somebody's actually doing some actual hard drug that like is over the top. Like, I'm talking about like you know what I mean? Like, those are things that you need to let people know about, because you're so like you're kind of little, like you're kind of like a little kid. So anyways, make sure you're not snitching, because I've been snitched on. That's why I got suspended, and that will forever make me mad, because the thing about snitching is that it doesn't stop you from what you're doing. Personally, if I get snitched on, it's gonna make me want to do something 10 times more. I will go over the top if somebody tells me I can't do something. So just remember that. Don't snitch. It'll carry on to high school, and people probably won't want to be friends with you. Okay, lastly, cleanliness. Bro, you guys are hormonal, okay? I've said this 20 times in the video, but I need to let y'all know you need to take a shower every single day. When I was in 8th grade, I was taking 3 showers a day. Not because I stink that bad, but because I knew what I need to do. I knew I was just starting my period. Actually, I started my period in like 6th grade, but still, like, you need to be clean. Like, your armpits stink 10 times more because you're just like producing sweat. I remember I had a terrible sweating problem in like middle school, and also like your hair, like you guys don't always know how to do your hair, bro. I still don't know how to do my hair, so don't come after me. But like, you need to like get the grease out of your hair, and like make sure you're shaving your legs, because bro, in 8th grade everybody would talk about people that didn't shave their legs. Like, it was just like, it's a thing. Like, oh bro, do you see how hairy your legs are? Like, no. And make sure you're shaving your armpits before you wear a tank top. And like, if you have a pimple, like make sure you have like a little star on it or something. Like, obviously it's okay to have acne. Like, I'm not one to judge, because I understand, but like, just do everything in your power to make sure you're staying good, and wear sunscreen. Find a good facial routine. You don't need 10 products. You're not like 50 years old. All those things. So yeah, guys, anyways, I think that's the end of the video, because yeah. But if you want me to make any more other parts, like 10th grade tips, 11th grade, 7th grade, 6th grade, 5th, whatever, I don't know the audience that watches me at this point. I know a lot of it is 8th grade, but let me know, guys. As you know, obviously I love making videos for y'all, because why would I not? Like, but anyways, guys, I love you so much. Please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, because a lot of you don't. It's making me mad. But yeah, anyways, love you guys so much. Bye.